Since 2014, 7.9 million Venezuelans have been affected by a countrywide crisis. The crisis started due to rampant violence, gang warfare, inflation, soaring crime rates, shortages of food and medicine, and shortages of essential services. This violence arose due to the dictator-like government led by Nicolas Maduro and has included gun violence, homicides, and scarcity of necessities, which has also come from the enactment of price control under the Hugo Chavez government in Venezuela, which lasted from 1999 to 2013 when Chavez died. For more information, Ms. Wilson.
The crisis in Venezuela has been going on for over a decade and has caused over 7 million Venezuelans to be displaced to over 90 countries, with most escaping to Colombia, the United States, and Peru. Some of the biggest struggles the refugees are facing are poverty, food insecurity, and little to no medical services. Many Venezuelans have resorted to scouring the black market for the medicine they need, but even with the so-called loophole, many still cannot afford it. Along with the lack of medicine, they also have little to no access to medical procedures on account of 80% of all hospitals and clinics closing, due to 55% of all doctors in Venezuela fleeing the country. Numerous people have shown their support to the Venezuelan refugees by sending over 6 metric tons of medicine. However, under Maduro's government, the medicine is not reaching Venezuelans because it's getting sent through government channels, which Maduro is intercepting and confiscating, so that no Venezuelans can receive the medicine. Along with medicine, food and health-related items are also not reaching the poverty-stricken refugees due to Maduro's intercepting of the humanitarian aid from numerous countries. Only 16% of $600 million was paid between donations and government organizations because of the block of humanitarian aid to the country. If you want to ensure your donation reaches those in need, the most reliable organizations to go through would be World Vision, UNHCR, and Save the Children. Another helpful donation would be donating non-perishable foods to the provided organizations to help get food to the overcrowded refugee camps in countries around Venezuela. Not only do Venezuelans have to worry about getting enough food on the table, but they also need to worry about the threat of gang violence and crime rates on the rise. In 2017, Venezuela is ranked number 2 regionally and globally for homicides, behind El Salvador. Since 2000, over 250,000 homicides have been committed, most due to gun violence. And here is Amelia Gonzalez, a refugee who's lived in the Petare neighborhood her whole life and has firsthand experience of the dangers many Venezuelans who chose to stay deal with every day.
Ms. Gonzalez, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming.
So, something we would all like to know are, what are some of the experiences that you've had while living here?
Well, my neighborhood has always been overrun by gangs and criminals, and it's nothing new around here. Too many times have I seen drugs being dealt, cars and motorcycles being stolen, and the lives of innocent people I know and love being taken from me. All the violence from the police around here isn't helping either, and I've seen them plant things like drugs against the protesters just to arrest them. I'm even scared to do this interview in fear that they'll see it. People say it's dangerous here, but don't really know firsthand how dangerous it really can be for someone like me, who's lived here their whole life. It's dangerous for vulnerable people as well, like elders, women, and children in our neighborhood. It's especially heartbreaking to see the kids who have to join the gangs to just survive in the world.
So, Ms. Gonzalez, what are some good things that you've seen here in Petare?
I've seen a few kind-hearted people come to help us, but I fear for them and their safety because they already aren't letting packages come to us, so why would they want the people here as well? We appreciate their hard work and willingness to help us in these unfortunate times in our country.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Gonzalez. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, ma'am. A reminder to anyone who wants to help by sending donations, the most reliable websites to go through would be the World Vision, UNHCR, and Save the Children. Thank you for watching. Now Tom with the weather.